Bethesda finally revealed that a new Elder Scrolls is underway and the 7-year-long wait will eventually be over. Though not much info was shared besides a 40-second long teaser, but Todd Howard did say that the trailer hides a clue to the game's setting. And as is tradition, the fans put their heads together to theorize and try to pick out the setting for Elder Scrolls 6. Hey folks, this is Mahanawaz from SegmentNext, and here's our take on the 6 potential locations the Elder Scrolls 6 could be set in. Valenwood is one of the spots in Tamriel that Bethesda hasn't yet explored in the Elder Scrolls series beyond Arena. Home to the Wood Elves, this southwestern province of Tamriel is a largely uninhabited forest wilderness whose coastlines are dominated by mangrove swamps and rainforests. However, there's also a leaked memo from within Bethesda back in 2014 that supports a Valenwood location. The memo allegedly prohibited Bethesda employees from using or referencing a number of terms. These included Fallout Nuka World, which ended up being a part of Fallout 4 DLC release, Elder Scrolls 6, or something known as Project Greenheart. Many believe that Project Greenheart is the code name for Elder Scrolls 6 because Greenheart is a city found in the Valenwood region. Based on that, the possibility of this location seems strong. But before we continue further, how about you subscribe to SegmentNext and hit that bell icon so you won't miss out on all the videos on the latest gaming news and reviews. Looking at the teaser alone, the possibility of the location being set in High Rock is rather high, what with the mountainous regions, the rocky formations, and forests. Even though High Rock hasn't been explored as thoroughly and has been featured in Elder Scrolls Online, but a comeback doesn't seem too far-fetched with the next title set to be developing with the next generation in mind. So it's not completely unfeasible. That and past Elder Scrolls titles have taken similar approaches, so it's not without precedent. The Somerset Isles is located to the southwest of Tamriel and is home to the High Elves. They're one of the 10 default playable races in Elder Scrolls games and are primarily known for their enhanced magic abilities. The High Elves are one of the most popular races in Elder Scrolls, and any player would love to see a game set in their homeland. But to be fair, there's already Somerset content in existence. There's plenty of history when it comes to the Somerset Isles too, which could give a major AAA release plenty of source material. Hammerfell is a vast province to the west of Tamriel that's covered by mountain ranges, grasslands, and even deserts just for that real mix of terrains. The Red Guards call Hammerfell their home, who are a race of men known for their cunning and skilled swordsmanship. The only issue with Hammerfell being a potential location for Elder Scrolls 6 is that it was partially featured in Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. However, the teaser trailer for the game revealed few details beyond a sweeping view of a mountainous region, which could indicate that Hammerfell will be the location for the upcoming sequel. Elsweyr certainly makes sense for the next installment in the saga since no main game has visited the land before. If this land were to feature in the Elder Scrolls 6, we'd then have to wonder in what time period the game is set in, because in the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, Elsweyr, among others, has been completely overtaken by the High Elves from Somerset Isle. Keep in mind that Skyrim was set 200 years after the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, so it's entirely possible that the Khajiit could have freed themselves from the occupation forces by the time the Elder Scrolls 6 rolls around. Or the game could feature the feline race fighting a war against the invaders. At this point, any of these options is a possibility. Home of the Argonians, Black Marsh is primarily made up of impenetrable swamp and marshlands with many small islands making up the southern coastal part of Black Marsh. With this in mind, Black Marsh could leave players in a much more vulnerable position than in other Elder Scrolls games, at the mercy of the elements, and that's why the province is largely untouched by the rest of the Empire, so Elder Scrolls players could act as a pioneer through the lesser-known parts of the region. That's not to say that Black Marsh is entirely without towns and cities, however, and so there could be plenty of hubs around to pick up quest lines and get involved in the side quest guilds that populate the gameplay of the series. Exactly where the story would go remains to be seen, but the friction between Morrowind and Black Marsh could make up a significant part of the subtext. Or who knows, it might be the whole Tamriel in one game. Bethesda games do increase tenfold with each successive outing. But then again, with the main regions of Tamriel appearing in the Elder Scrolls Online, no doubt many of the players already have a general idea about what to expect from each province. One thing is for sure though, that Bethesda will cook up something special with the final game, regardless of where it ends up being set. Let us know about your speculations in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and be sure to subscribe to Segment Next. Until next time.